Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. It's 5 at 5 and joining me today for this show is Bharat Ramraj from Bangalore outside of the Chinnaswamy Stadium, and Swami Chakravarti joins us from Kolkata outside of the Eden Garden. So we have lots of updates from both ends, but since today is an RCB match, and all eyes will be on RCB because at this point they could open doors for their qualification into the playoffs. Bharat, what is the mood like? You've sent a lot of visuals. We'll play them soon, but tell us, what is it like?
Yeah, it's building up. The mood is building up. Obviously, it's not a holiday. I always remember that. So the crowd, compared to last match when it was held on a holiday, it's slightly less, but definitely more fans will come at 5:30, 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. That is when I guess fans will come, and hopefully they will expect. They will hope that RCB will finally break their jinx at home. As you know, they have lost three matches in a row at home. So today, the fans at least will hope that they will break that jinx. But it's building up. The fans are slowly coming through. Near the gate, I saw enough fans, which obviously through those visuals I sent. The weather also is looking good today. It's sunny. It was actually quite cloudy in the morning, at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. in the morning. But fortunately, as the days progress, sun has peaked out and there is enough sunshine. So expect the entire match to go through.
On the other hand, we have Shomik Chakravarti joining us from the Eden Gardens. Shomik, I'll get to you with the RCB questions, and we will probably have a banter there as well. But any worthwhile updates from practice session?
Yeah, update is that the KKR team has turned up for their practice session. They turned up about 15 minutes back, but Sunil Narain and Andre Russell came early, about an hour before the rest of the squad members arrived at Eden Gardens. So Sunil Narain has been doing this since the start of the tournament. He has been turning up early, and Andre Russell too has joined last match before the last match. I have seen, and we have seen, he is working on the Russell, although he is going through a serious lean patch. He is working through his socks off. He is going to the indoor nets. He is doing his batting at the indoor nets, then coming to the ground. He is working his socks off. Somehow, as Loen Bravo said after the last match, somehow it's not clicking out there in the middle. Sometimes it can happen. But the biggest subplot of this game, the game is on Saturday against Punjab Kings. This is the return of Shreya Iyer to it at Eden Gardens. I mean, KKR's title-winning captain. Punjab Kings will start their training from 6 p.m. So Shreya Iyer will be there. Uh, it could be a bit emotional also out when he will meet his old pals. I'll be there, and Devashish will also join me soon. Um, so from that point of view, I think Shreya Iyer today is the story more than KKR.
All right, of course it is. Of course it is. We've been seeing it happen so many times with KL Rahul versus LSG, Shreyas Iyer versus KKR. So this is a recurring theme that we're seeing throughout this IPL. But Bharat, let's talk about RCB today. Quite a chance for them to actually do well and open doors for them for the playoffs with a win at home. Unfortunately, they have not won a single game at home. How do you think? Do you think this can change tonight?
Yeah, if you lose three games in a row, somewhere you expect that particular team to win one game. So I expect RCB to at least win one match, and that could be today. Yes, they have had problems. Maybe they have gone too hard up front in the power play with the conditions, with the pitch offering a little bit of nip, with the pitch offering a little bit of spongy bounce. So RCB, I think, have gone too hard up front. Even someone like Virat Kohli, with all his wisdom of experience, trying to pull off the front foot in the last game, or Krunal Pandya, that ungainly hike. They played three pulls, and all of them resulted in dismissal. Actually, I talked about all that in my video on RCB today. If someone wants to, can go and watch it. Yes, so they have had problems, other problems as well. I think they have not read the pitch conditions well. They have lost the toss thrice. I think that is a big factor as well, because obviously it's helped the team that is bowling first. As I noted, there has been a little more nip up front, and then as the match progresses, I guess the pitch becomes slightly better. In the last game, there was rain until 9 p.m. So what happens when there is rain until 9 p.m. or for 2 hours or on those lines? A little bit of moisture comes into play. When a little bit of moisture comes into play again, it helps the seamers as well as the spinners. And once again, RCB lost the toss. So that's an uncontrollable factor. RCB can't do much about the toss. But at least if they lose the toss, I think they should gauge the conditions slightly better. If it's doing a bit, maybe take a little bit of time and then go berserk or play all those bazooka hits. But they have a lot of positives. All those positives have come away from home. Josh Hazelwood and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowling all those Yorkers in the last game, or for the batter, the way the batters have batted, and Hazelwood himself hitting the deck hard at Chinnaswamy. So they should use all those positives and turn their fortunes around at home. I expect them to win at least one game at home soon, and I think that could be today's game.
Bharat, one other question I want to ask you is wherever RCB goes, it's always a full pack, full house, a packed stadium. Tickets are never there. People are always standing outside wondering where the tickets are. Inside, it's packed, obviously. And every time there is an RCB match, and every time I have covered an RCB match this season, about 10 people have stopped me and asked me for tickets. What has been the case with you? And have you been speaking to fans about what the ticket availability scenario is like?
Yeah, I've tried to. A lot of fans here, for some reason, don't exactly open up much, but I've seen fans ask for tickets. They've asked me tickets. Some of them perhaps thought that I'm selling black tickets or on those lines. Fans, that is how it felt like. So yes, fans are definitely looking out for tickets. I guess RCB is a huge brand, and one of the reasons is Virat Kohli. See, Virat Kohli is such a huge cricketer that I think is perhaps the biggest brand in world cricket at present. So a lot of fans are Virat Kohli's fans, and then I guess they are RCB's fans. So that is where the connection is. So there's a lot of corporate tickets, and all those tickets also might be bought out by others. So whatever is left for fans maybe is slightly less, but fans are always on the lookout. Even near the main gate, I see fans are always asking for tickets. As I noted, a lot of them have asked me for tickets, even asked how much money it is to buy those tickets. So yes, I think it's an indicator, exemplifies the point that uh, RCB is a massive, massive brand. It must be, definitely must be one of the top two or top three brands in the IPL.
Shomik, I am not sure. I can't remember your playoffs prediction, but do you think RCB is making it?
RCB will make it by the skin of their teeth. Yeah, I predicted RCB to reach playoffs, but that will be that. I stick to my tournament favorites, and that is Mumbai Indians. When they won just one of their first five games, I maintained that Mumbai Indians are the top title contenders, and I am not taking a detour from that. So, but I expect RCB. But this game for RCB is very important. I mean, they need to win at home. I don't know in the previous home matches how many times they did win the toss. Toss could be a factor. I think RCB, if RCB bats second, that will work to their advantage. Number one. Number two is that I bumped onto a very interesting observation from Rahul Dravid. He said he said the other day about this season why the majority of the teams are not doing well on their home patch. So Rahul Dravid's opinion is that after the mega auction, team composition has changed, and there are a lot of new players. So he specifically cited the example of Phil Salt. Phil Salt, he said, see, look, Phil Salt is playing for RCB. Chinnaswamy is a new venue for him. So for Phil Salt, for example, there is no home familiarity. So stuff like that. He then moved to Nitish Rana and Rajasthan Royals. It is the same for Nitish Rana that this is his first season with Rajasthan Royals, and he is not familiar with the conditions at Swai Mansingh Stadium. So this is Rahul Dravid's observation, and I found it very interesting. This is a different take to what people have been saying. But this could be when Rahul Dravid is making an observation. So who are we to counter that? So that is the case. But through our platform, Gargi, I want to give an update to our viewers that fan code had stopped live streaming of PSL in India. The decision they have taken today.
Yes, yes. That is one update that I wanted to give. Let's take some comments before we get back to our discussion. RC Bhole ka Bhakt. RCB's RCB to be kicked out of playoffs tonight. We'll find out soon enough. UPS Sikdel is saying hello, bhai from Nepal. Tomorrow is my exam. Today RCB match. I will watch it. Who will study for the exam then? You. All right. Where is Debashish? Where is Debashish? Is he at the ground?
Devashish is covering an East Bengal program. He will be
So,
coming. He will be coming at Eden Gardens from there. But this question about the exam from our viewers from Nepal, Gargi took me to my school days, and briefly I want to recount that. The thing is that I was our semester. I mean, our December, the second quarterly exam was happening in December, and India were playing against West Indies at Kotla. Sunil Gavaskar was on the cusp of his 29th Test 100. So it was my maths exam. By the time, and everybody those days, everybody was carrying transistors, and we will getting the news that Sunil Gavaskar is on 80, Sunil Gavaskar is on 90. So I faked ill health, told my school principal that I'm very sick, I can't. By that time, the answer I had put in, I would pass the exam. That is, and maths you can calculate. So my aunt's place was very nearby. So I faked my illness and went to my aunt's place to watch Sunil Gavaskar scoring his 2900. Later, when I became a journalist and when I got familiar with Sunny Bhai, I narrated that story to Sunny Bhai. And Sunny Bhai said, exam में pass हुआ था कि नहीं?
did you pass?
Yes, yes. By the scale, like RCB, the way RCB will get to the playoff.
All right, all right. Amit here is asking: is spin bowling a concern for RCB? Should they try other spinners in this match? Krunal Pandya has been doing very, very well. But Bharat, your thoughts? Is it just Krunal Pandya who's doing well, and Surya Sharma could contribute more? We can't hear you for some reason. Can't hear you. Try rejoining. Shomik, would you like to take this question?
Is spin bowling a concern for RCB? Should they try other spinners this match? I think no. Kunal Pandya is not a big turner of the ball. But then again, yes, maybe their spin bowling. I some somewhat agree with this assessment that maybe their spin bowling lacks a bit of a cutting edge. That genuine match winning, wicket taking spinner, someone like Uzi Chahal, they don't have that. That is that Surya Sharma is very, very inconsistent in terms of his length. He bowled well in the first game against KKR at Eden Gardens, got Andhra Rasul's wicket also. But go- I mean, along the way, he sort of lost his length. He is bowling far too many short deliveries and giving very little chance, um, and very giving himself very little chance to get purchase from the pitch. That is one area of concern. Krunal Pandya is someone who will cook, who will restrict run scoring. He is not going to run through a side. He is not an attacking spinner in that sense. So Kunal Pandya is doing his role the way he has been doing, but RCB need a spinner who can take wickets.
100%. But I think Krunal Pandya has been doing pretty well. And when you look at it, he's been giving them a lot of breakthroughs. More questions today, RCB versus RR. He's saying it's not RCB versus RR, it's RCB versus Chinnaswamy tonight. What will the pitch be today? Bharat would have told you this, but his internet connection is troubling him. Web of Tarag is saying, high time Riyan Parag should give a match winning performance today. He is captain too. Shomik, thoughts on Riyan Parag, starting off with those couple of losses as the captain, do you think that put a lot of pressure on him? Maybe more than he could have handled?
Yes, yes, absolutely. And even in the last game, he said, I should have stayed there until the end and I should have seen it through. The match they lost badly. We saw that bottle job, right? So, Riyan Parag is another player. Riyan Parag is a fantastic player. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been picked for India. But I think he is another player who is suffering from that second season blues. Last season was very, very good for him. Not only the IPL, but also first class cricket. The limited number of matches he played for Assam because he suffered an injury. He did very well in those matches. Sometimes it can happen. Um, Maybe it is the second season blues. Maybe the pressure of captaincy, the pressure that additional. He's still a very young guy. So from that point of view, and see what happens when the team is collectively not doing well. That can always have a trickle down effect in terms of confidence. If you look at Rajasthan Royals at this moment in time, only Yashasvi Jaiswal has been scoring runs. So it's not only about Riyan Parag. He is not a case in isolation. It's collectively. Why are you targeting? I would like to say, why are you targeting Riyan Parag? He is a kid.
Okay, we've lost Shomik there.
RCB fan. RCB fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my internet acted up. So why are not you questioning someone like Shimran Hetmeyer, who was retained for big money and who has been doing
Shomik,
nothing?
just a second, Shomik. Sorry
Yeah,
to
RCB
yeah.
interrupt.
fan.
Bharat has a fan with him. Bharat, go ahead, ask questions.
You
Let us
can
know
talk
what.
a little bit about RCB.
Hi, my name is Sumuk. Been a fan since the inception of RCB. Even I run a YouTube channel, so I've been coming here for all the games from the past season. Uh, Three losses on the trot in Chinnaswamy. Yeah, slightly on the minds, but hopefully they break the jinx today. We saw a preview video from RCB from Coach Flower saying that they will be playing the conditions rather than playing the template this game. So I'm slightly hopeful with the batting lineup for this game
How
tonight.
do you think?
I found Bharat on Twitter, so I have interacted with Bharat quite a lot of times since the World Cup. And finally, when I was walking to the stadium, I came across Bharat having a live. So he invited me for this conversation. It's been fun.
Do you think RCB can make it to the playoffs?
Definitely, they have 10 points, so three wins would definitely make a solid chance. But RCB should be eyeing for the top two positions. It's very neck to neck. We saw how MI have made it to the top four from the last game. So it's going to be a last game finish for which will be deciding the top four of the table. GT have a game against CSK, and the top two might not be confirmed even for the last game.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was
Thank you.
nice talking to you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bharat, there are some questions here, and this is one I'd like to direct towards you. Ashni Case is saying as long as Virat remains the de facto captain, RCB can never win the IPL. He doesn't have the captaincy brain and spends energy in futile jumping and sending offs to opposition.
Not sure what I have to say because this season at least, I think Rajat Patidar has done well as a captain. He's been a gritty captain. We saw that against Mumbai Indians, the way they won that game, and it seemed like Hardik Pandya would script a heist. So somewhere Virat Kohli also would have played a part. He would have, with his wisdom of experience, would have definitely helped Rajat Patidar there. So I'm not sure, very sure it's just about one captain. Whether he shouts, whether he screams, that is his style of playing cricket. So it's all about the team. Somewhere RCB over a period of time have not fired as a team, have not fired collectively, and that is why I think they have lost all those IPLs. Yes, in the 2000, maybe there is one example I can give. 2021, they were playing Kolkata Knight Riders, I guess, in the qualifier too, when Virat Kohli perhaps made one small mistake. He brought Daniel Christian into the attack when he could have brought Shabazz Ahmad because the track was going a little bit. But these things happen in cricket. Occasional mistake happens even from the best of captains. Let it be Mark Taylor or Michael Clark or MS Dhoni or whoever it is. So I won't blame Virat Kohli there. It is collectively they have failed. Hopefully, somewhere this season they will rectify that.
Oh, sorry. More questions here. Siddharth is saying, great to see this IPL has real deal for bowlers. True. This makes qualities like running between the wickets, calculated risks, negating spells invaluable for batters, not just blind muscle flex.
I should take.
But for Shamik,
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the question is basically IPL has a real deal for bowlers. Gargi, we have been discussing, I think, yesterday or the day before, the return of good old Yorkers, right, for the fast bowlers. And maybe that I mean, bowlers are now allowed to apply saliva, and this is maybe this could be a reason that we are seeing a bit of reverse swing towards the end also. So that is now. I mean, this T20 cricket is a very fast evolving format, and we have seen so many variations in terms of slower ball, knuckle balls, wide yorkers, stuff like that, slower bounces. But this time, the pattern, the trend set has been the yorker, good old yorkers at the death with the ball reversing a bit. And yes, when I mean when it is not possible to hit every ball out of the park. The pitch has played a role also. The majority of the pitches are not quite belters. Yesterday also Sunrisers Hyderabad on their home patch didn't get a belter. So it becomes very important to rotate the strike. This is Suresh Raina also said with regards to Chennai Super Kings trebles this season. He said what used to happen when we are the dominant force in the IPL, we always kept the scoreboard moving. If the boundaries are not coming, we are taking singles and we are rotating the strike. But this season, they are playing so many dot balls. A master class of this piercing the gap and maneuvering the field was given by Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan against KKR at Eden Gardens. The pitch was not quite, the ball was not quite coming onto the bat. But then the way they maneuvered, and it was sheer class of Shubman Gill. Not every team. I mean, for example, and no offense meant Gargi, this is just an example, and I am taking Phil Salt's example. Phil Salt never play like Shubman Gill. Like, he doesn't have that quality. Simple. So he will muscle the ball like Andre Russell also. He will he will be strong arm to hit a six, but he cannot maneuver the field. He doesn't have that class. Will Salt, the other power hitters, they don't have that class. You need yesterday. Rohit Sharma was doing that. He was hitting boundaries, everything, but he was, I mean, uh, keeping the fielders on their toes. That is class. That is sheer class. And when bowlers are on top, that sheer class will give you runs. That is the case. But Gargi, I want to that the previous question about RCB captaincy. I want to you as because you are a diehard RCB fan. I want to ask this question to you. Are you happy with Rajat Patidar's captaincy?
Look, it seems like he's doing a job, and like Shomik, you've also said this. I think Bharat was the one who actually said this, that for the first time, or let's say after a very long time, there is a change in the RCB dressing room or in the atmosphere of the team, and it is the fact that they are going into games with a winning mentality, and that is something that is evident, and you see the kind of intent that RCB players are going into the field with, and I think that has been the biggest change. On the other hand, you also see how he's I think I'm especially impressed with how he's rotating the bowlers, and I'm happy. I'm happy with Rajat Patidar as the captain. I don't have any complaints, and it wouldn't be fair to kind of compare him with Virat Kohli. It really would not be fair, and I think RCB are doing very well under Rajat Patidar. But yes, more questions here. Lots of questions actually. There was one that I wanted to take. Shubham Kumar Singh is saying getting Salt, who gives brisk starts. Hazelwood, who is very adjustable in every aspect. Krunal, who is a street smart spinner. And Tim David, who finishes really well. Indeed, RCB is looking really strong. But Bharat, what happens when Hazelwood leaves?
Yeah, that's another matter altogether. Hazelwood obviously is a big player for them. Hits the pitch hard. If you look at the kind of conditions that you have seen at Chinnaswamy, spongy bounce, it definitely it definitely helps him because at spongy bounce he can get that little bit of kick off the surface, and he has been bowling some good Yorkers. We saw that against Punjab Kings alongside Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. They bowled some really good Yorkers, got some reverse swing with the seam cantered towards the first slip, and then it came back into the right-handers. So he has been in good form, but always remember there is also Bhuvaneshwar Kumar who's been bowling really well, bowling a lot of Yorkers in the death. Yes, as a combination, it works well when you have one tall bowler who can hit the pitch hard, get some bounce, and then you have someone like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar who can bowl those Yorkers. So that really works well for them. But all the positives that RCB have had have come away from home. That's the problem. So maybe, hopefully, if they win the toss today, you will see some positives at home as well. Just wanted to add a point about Yorkers. Also, remember this season there has been less dew. I think they have been using some chemicals. They have been using certain fertilizers or whatever it is. Because of that, the dew has been a lot less. And when there is less dew, it definitely helps world ball swing. What happens is the leather ball doesn't get wet. When the leather ball doesn't get wet, you can maintain the shine on the one side, and obviously on the other side it's a little bit rough. So that is why you will get swing. So it's not just about saliva. I think it's also about a lot less dew. If you look at that one match at the Wankhede, there's a lot of dew. I think it was SRH versus Mumbai Indians, and the whole ball didn't do anything at all. So I think that also is a massive factor which has ensured that there is a lot more a world ball swing, a little bit of contrast swing, a little bit of reverse swing.
All right. With that, I think we can call it a show. But Shamik, final question to you. At this point, give us, because you won't be there in our pre-match live. Or what is your prediction for the game? You're on mute.
The team that will bat second will win.
That has been the case throughout the IPL. Yesterday as well. Uh, I
Yeah,
remember. I
yesterday.
remember all of us were together, me, Trisha, and Boria, and I told them whoever wins the toss and chases is going to win.
Yeah,
Last question.
and also
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
and also Sunrisers Hyderabad didn't have runs on the board to challenge Mumbai Indians.
True, absolutely, absolutely. On that note,
What did he say?
let's. Sorry.
What did he say about me? That some question?
Let me see. Pitmonk is saying ऐसा लग रहा है भरत सर फोर्सफुली किसी फैमिली फंक्शन में चले गए हैं. No happiness. No, no, trust us. Bharat is very happy. Look at the smile on
Obviously,
Bharat.
what thinking is this? That is why I come to this road.
Yeah, yeah, he has to battle it out with the police to sort of get a position and do the live. But anyway, thank you so much, Shomik and Bharat, for joining. Everyone who's watching, join us back at 6:30 before the match starts, and we'll discuss everything in detail. Thank you so much.